I can't continue with you if you do not buy those 10 trips. Actually, he said 12 trips of sand for me to level this ground so that I can pour the slab. I was like, you know what, Mr. Juma, I cannot. Good evening, folks. I hope you're doing fine. So today I am in the village and I'm on site, so I'm here to give you an update on our poultry structure. But as I was strolling around, something caught my eye and I thought I would just share it with you. This is an avocado. In Uganda we call it avocado, so don't mind my accent. So this avocado or avocado, I'll use something which is for me to pronounce. So this is an avocado, and you can see its patterns, right? Its shape, its patterns. You can see the patterns. My point is, there are other avocado trees around and they don't have this type of this pattern. They don't have this shape. It looks like this is a different breed which has grown up here. This is the most recently planted avocado and it's its first time to fruit. So I tried to ask my uncle what's really going on here, and he told me that since there are so many avocado trees around, cross-pollination is so effective in avocados and jackfruits. So you might find that these other avocados that are around, they taste differently. They have a different shape and a different pattern. So he told me that when he was planting this, he got the seed from one of the trees around. So he planted it, but the fruits or the avocados are so different because of cross-pollination. How many of you actually knew that? And something important, he told me that even in jackfruits, those of you who are huge fans of jackfruits, that you might get a seed from a jackfruit tree, but when you plant it, you might get different results. But also there are scenarios that if you plant an orange tree, don't be surprised that at the time of fruiting, it doesn't actually give you oranges, but rather lemons. Those scenarios are very, very much common in crops and plants because they also evolve just like human beings. They have generations and they evolve, and they do that through cross-pollination. But also humanly, people have been crossing most of these crops and plants to come up with what we call genetically modified plants and crops. So this has actually caught my mind, and up to now we don't know if this is already mature enough to ripen or they're still growing big. Anyways, I'm here to give you an update, so let's go and see what's happening. The structure is over there. I don't know if you can see. Let's go take a tour and see what has changed about our structure. I know I showed them to you last time, but these are stones we are going to use to build a veranda around the entire structure because of the rains. So we want to make it in such a way that instead of the rains reaching or accessing the chicken house, at least there is a blockage. It will only stop on this veranda. So we are going to use these stones first of all for strength and for longevity. This veranda should be able to stay a while longer than maybe when we use these other normal blocks. So we are going to use these stones over there. They should be enough. We are going to make the veranda around the entire structure. Whenever we come, this is where we sit to do the planning and the progress, and look at the progress of the whatever project we'll be having on site. So isn't this cute? It's really beautiful. Don't blame me if I get so excited about this project we are working on, because everything here is so healing. This is the sand which is supposed to be mixed with stones and cement to make a slab, to make the flooring of the chicken house. However, since it has rained, I can see that some of it has actually been washed away by the rains, because as you can see, when it rains here, the water goes down there. So some of it has actually yagenze n'enkuba. How do you say that in English? It has gone with, it has, the process of soil erosion. So the water, when it was flowing, it eroded away some of the sand. So I'm just praying that maybe it will be enough. If it's not, then we shall have to, because the chicken house is actually huge, it's very big. Those are the stones that are going to be mixed with the sand and cement to fill in to make the chicken floor. This is banana bogoya. These are not the ones that are genetically modified. These are those original bogoya, those original bananas that are sweet. All right, so welcome to our poultry structure. It's 95% complete, as you can see from this angle. So I'm just going to walk you inside, see how the progress has taken root. So last time, if you haven't watched the previous video, by the way, you should go and watch it and see where we were at. So last time, the whole of these sheets hadn't been put on the structure, but now this side is complete. The other thing which has been completed is the mesh. It has been also put on the structure. So this is one door, the other door is on the other end. However, what I've seen is that this is too long a door, so we will need to put one iron sheet over there and a bit of mesh, then we shall put a door over there. Interestingly, I was just telling you that we need a veranda over here. It rained a couple of days ago, but I don't know if you can see. So the rain, when it rains, it really gets bad over here. You can see it accessed these sheets, and if we do not protect here, it will get bad. So one of the jobs that are remaining on this structure is actually putting a veranda around this chicken house. We are going to make it all around, and we'll use something stronger, and those are the stones. But otherwise, we are 95% complete. Congratulations to us. Yes, and this is the other door, which also appears too long, so we shall need to put this sheet should continue up here, and then we put a bit of mesh, and then we shall put the door as well. Okay, let's go inside and see what is there. So this side has also the sheets have been put, and the entire structure is actually complete. So last time we had issues, I had issues with my Fundi, but he listened and he moved these sheets to the ground. So what's left is, like I mentioned, that I'm going to move the veranda all over the chicken house. So on the whole of outside, all these little holes you see are going to be sealed off by that veranda, and the chicken house will be fully protected. So this is the soil I was talking about that is being moved into the structure for it to be leveled. Now, everything is okay. Everything is okay, alhamdulillah. However, I ran into some trouble with my Fundi. So I've been busy. If you've been watching me, you know I've been sorority. If you haven't watched that video, I went sorority. I've been busy a couple of days. So at my appointment to come and check on this structure, I missed it a bit. So I didn't even reach out to my phone because I knew by the time I come, the work would be complete. So today I decided to come. I got some time to come check on the progress of the work because I want to start my project. So when I came, I found the work has progressed real well. And what's interesting is that this guy, like so many people around the area, have come to, to admire the work which has been done so far, and they have actually asked for this guy's number, my phone's number, like 3 people. So before he even finishes my job, he has already gotten 3 people who want who want who want him to build them a poultry structure. So, but I ran into trouble with my Fundi. When I came here, I found a floor like this, as you can see, and I was not happy, because the materials, everything is done. The materials are in place. The sand, the cement, the stones, everything is in place. So I had to call him because I didn't inform him that I was coming. So I called him and he came to the site. So I asked him, why hasn't the floor been done? He told me, you know what, Fridaus, I've not done the floor because it's not leveled. And I'm not going to do something which isn't leveled. I told him we discussed and we agreed that what is supposed to be done. Sorry, I'm having a bit of cough, which is disturbing me. But I know it's because of the movements. I've been moving around a lot. So I told him we agreed that we are supposed to level from inside, not from outside. Let's level, like most of you actually suggested in the comment section. And I'm so happy that you made that suggestion. So I told him, but we agreed because I actually talked to him that this is what we're supposed to do. And he agreed that of course, I had extra soil which was supposed to go in my house, in my farmhouse. It was still there. I was like, okay, if you think it's that bad, let's use a bit of that soil. We put it here, as you can see, it's there. Then we do the leveling, from inside. Let's use the hole, we dig, and we level. And actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not something grave that if we do not level, something will happen. No, it's not that bad. So the guy told me, I want you to buy 10 more trips of soil for us to level in here. I was like, but I told you already that I do not have money to spend on leveling on that soil when we have a cheaper solution. That's what I told him. And for him, he said, no, I'm afraid I can't continue with you if you do not buy those 10 trips. Actually, he said 12 trips of sand for me to level this ground so that I can put the slab. I was like, you know what, Mr. Juma, I cannot. And honestly, I don't even know why you're insisting that I should buy those 12 trips. By any chance, do you have any business with the guys of the soil? Do you own tippers? Do you own a mine where they buy that soil? And I think it was the truth. When I asked that, the guy snapped. He snapped and he said he can't continue with the work. I can't go in so much into what the heated argument we had. So he snapped out. He wasn't listening anymore, and so he left the job. One of the reasons why I've been insisting on doing this job with this guy. I actually wanted to grow with him because he knows what he does, and he knows he's proud of the work he does. He knows that for sure. He knows he's good. And honestly, if you look at what he has done already, I'm telling you, the structure is attracting attention from the locals around. They are pretty impressed by the job. It's been done like with local materials, improvisations here and there, but the work is still perfect. So it has attracted attention because this guy actually, he knows what he's doing. The only problem is that he's so stubborn, and he's being stubborn on something as minor. Something which has a cheaper solution. So I've let him go. After all, the remaining job isn't that difficult, just leveling the ground. So what I've done is that I've got some fundis around, because this fund I'm using, he's like someone I knew from the past. That's why I contacted him immediately when I was starting the project here. But it doesn't mean that there are no other fundis around. So we've got some boys. They'll be doing this job within I'm expecting 2 days after the whole chicken house will be done. That's what I'm assuming, because my plan was by end of March we should be over with the structure and we'll be moving on something else. But now this is 31st and the work is not done, so it means we're a bit behind the schedule. So I've got the boys. They will do the job. They will do the leveling because the material is there. The only thing which will require extra costs, of course, I have to give them some money, because I had an agreement with the other guy. The quotation he drew, it included his labor, but now this is a different arrangement. That means I need to give them extra money to do this simple job and to do the veranda. The veranda, I have the stones already, so I'll need a bit of sand and maybe a bag of cement, a bag or two of cement to do that job. And once we are done with that, everything will be done. Our structure will be fully complete. That's what we plan on doing. Otherwise, the guy has done an amazing job. I'm just sad. I know you can see my sadness through the camera. I'm just sad that he didn't complete the job, and I don't think I'll be able to work with him on subsequent projects. That's what's making me sad, because he's good. He knows what he's doing. The job was done perfectly, I'm telling you, especially if it's actually his first time to build a poultry structure. He has done the work so perfectly. Anyways, that's how far I actually wanted to do this video when the entire structure is done, but things do not go always the way we plan them. There are delays, and we can't cast the delays. Maybe it also means something better. There is always something good in those delays. So next time, inshallah, if I'm to give you updates, maybe I'll be giving you the cost, how much it has cost me to put up the structure. All right. Other than that, I welcome any suggestions, any comments, anything. Just leave it in the comment section and we shall further the discussion. Anything you have not noted about our structure, just even the smallest details, just let us know in the comment section, because we are looking out for advice and counsel from each one of you. And thank you so much for loving me and for subscribing to my channel. By the way, this year my aim is to hit 100 subscribers by the end of this year. Am I being ambitious? Okay, let's try to push up to 50k subscribers. I think that's achievable, right? This is almost April. Let's try, let's push. I know we can make it. We can make at least 50k subscribers by the end of this year. Please, let's do that. Let's subscribe and like these videos. As always, I'll see you in the next video.